What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. We got two boxes of 1990 Fleer basketball that we're going to open today. These are just the basic 36 pack, I think 15 cards per pack boxes. We're looking for the Michael Jordan, of course. I'm hoping to get a couple of those out of each box. And then we've got these Fleer All-Star cards that are also randomly inserted. That is the one insert set that Fleer put out this year. And there's a Michael Jordan in that set that we're looking for as well. So they're pretty basic cards. I'm trying to recall the rookies. I think a lot of the rookies, or maybe all of them, were in the update set. We opened up one of those update set boxes earlier on the channel, and of course there's a nice Gary Payton rookie that's in those sets. But now that I think about it, I think all the rookie cards might be in that update set. But what it comes down to is looking for a couple of Michael Jordans. So let's go ahead and dig on in. All right, I got both boxes open. Our second box is off screen here. We'll move that on screen once we finish up our first box here. Got a couple stands out for the Michael Jordans. And yeah, these are kind of nostalgic, so this is going to take us back a little bit. So yeah, 15 cards per pack. Looking for the random Fleer All-Stars, 36 packs per box. You can already see there's Chicago Bulls, so we could be looking... No, it's not. I was thinking it could be Michael Jordan. You know, if it was, I'm still going to open it. I know some people would keep it sealed probably. Well, I'll have to think about that. I don't know. I have to think about that now. We'll see. But I'm not going to, like, strain the effort to see if we can get a Michael Jordan here on the front. These boxes are really going up in price, I think. So I got two of these at a pretty good deal. But I'm seeing more and more of these boxes hitting $100 or more each. I think there's also rack boxes, and those are pushing 150, even up to 200. I'm seeing prices for. So, like all the other basketball cards of the early 90s, which are probably the most affordable, you might want to go ahead and grab some of these before they just keep, because they're just going up and up. So, anything, you know, yeah, this is like the earliest year you can get before it starts getting super expensive. There's a Robert Parrish, severely off-centered, and that's the problem with some of these cards. It's going to be centering. But yeah, once you hit there's a Dominique, also off-centered. Hopefully, yeah, a lot of these are all really off-centered. Hopefully, our Michael Jordans don't end up with this really thick left border and very thin right border. Yeah, once you hit the 89 Fleer, it seems like the prices are just really skyrocketing. And of course, anything earlier than that is just going to be like ridiculous. I mean, like pushing $1,000 a box easily. So at that point, you know, if you're looking for Michael Jordan like me, I would just buy the individual cards. Yeah, there's Nick Anderson, that's his rookie. We're still getting these really off-centered. Hopefully that's not the case for the entire box. That's really going to stink. I think that's Mookie Blaylock's rookie card. So there are some rookies. There are some rookies in the basic set. On to pack 3, it looks like this might be... Yep, we got our first All-Star card. This looks like David Robinson. Let's check it out. And it's looking pretty good. Centering's a little off. Again, the left border is a little bit thicker than the right border. The corners are very sharp, but yeah, it looks like all these cards so far got the same problem with the centering, which is a real bummer. Because if we pull a Jordan, that is not going to grade. There's Reggie Miller. That is not going to come back if we send it off to PSA as a 10. And Moses Malone, 9 if we're lucky, and probably with that centering, my guess is closer to an 8. All right, we're on to pack number 4. Still got that same centering. Man, the whole box could be this way, and that kind of sucks. Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton. Yeah, every one of these, it's just the same cut. Man, I hope that's... And I got both these boxes from the same case. So these boxes came out of a fresh case, which is cool. I mean, I think you would want something like that, and something that might be possibly tampered with. I think that's Sean Elliott's rookie card. Maybe. I don't know. Now, I know that's Glenn Rice's rookie. Steve Kerr, league leader. There's a Magic Johnson. Now we've got it backwards. The right border is thicker than the left. How about that? How about that? Got a bunch of Kevin Johnsons. That's like the third one. Here we got an All-Star, another David Robinson. And again, it's thicker on the right than the left. 2 David Robinsons. How about that? Well, I'm hoping to get 2 per box. I mean, it's probably feeling lucky if this is the case, but I'm hoping to get 2 Jordan base cards and 2 Jordan All-Star cards. We shall see. Oh, the Shawn Kemp rookie card. Yes, I forgot about this one. That's a really cool shot. I'm going to sleeve that up because I forgot about his rookie being in this base. Off-centered, which is going to be pretty typical of a lot of these cards. That's another Sean Elliott. And another Glenn Rice and another Magic Johnson. Severely off-centered once again. So we're already getting some duplication between the Robinson All-Stars, 2 Magic Johnsons. Like I've said in the past, duplication is great if it's Michael Jordan. Or, you know, the Shawn Kemp rookie card might be nice. There's a Vlade Divac, that's his rookie card. Patrick Ewing, Joe Dumars, Charles Barkley. We got 3 big names right there, all off-centered still. All off-centered. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be tough to get a centered. Oh, first card of this pack. I should have looked carefully through the pack. Michael Jordan was on the front. I missed that. That's okay, though. And who knows, it might have been worth more just keeping it in the pack. It's got a little scuffing here, and of course it's off-centered as well. Michael Jordan on the front. Missed that. Question is, would I have opened it or not? Of course, if I could tell it was off-center like that, it might have been more valuable to keep it unopened. Keep Olajuwon, but again, the centering is really rough on these. Tim Hardaway, that's his rookie card. So there's more rookies than I thought. I want to think of it as about like I want to think of it like Skybox 90-91. The Series 1 had a bunch of rookies. Series 2 had different rookies. Those rookies that were in Series 2, I think those are the rookies that made it into the update set of this Fleer. Another Shawn Kemp. That's really cool. It is just as off-centered as the last one. Not so cool. But it's nice to get 2 Shawn Kemp rookies. Let's see. Now, there's an All-Star on the front of this pack. It's a Clyde Drexler, so you can actually read it through the pack. So I'm gonna keep a lookout and see if we get a Michael Jordan on the front, and then we'll decide. But there's our Clyde Drexler. That one's looking pretty centered. That one's actually pretty good. No offense to Clyde, I wouldn't send that away, but this one's looking a little more centered. Okay, these cards are looking a little bit better. They're not perfect, but we're getting better. So a lot of duplication. I think I said that earlier. But I don't think this is a huge set, so I expect there would be a lot of duplication. Then we got a Chris Mullin, but we're back to getting off centered again. There's a nice David Robinson second year card, but really, really bad centering. Well, hopefully as we get further down this box, we're about a third of the way in, we can get some better centering. It's not looking like it in this pack. It's been pretty bad. There's the Olajuwon again, but poor centering. Tim Hardaway rookie. I haven't been keeping up with the front of the pack. Who we get here? Doesn't look like it's Michael Jordan. Not sure who that was. It was Eddie Johnson on the front. Got Reggie Miller. Moses Malone. Getting close to the halfway point in our first box. Still looking for some more All-Star cards, specifically Michael Jordan. I forgot to look at the front of that pack. It was Danny Ainge. That was Clyde Drexler. Larry Bird. It's our first Larry Bird, but centering is still rough. I see an All-Star card. Oh, who was on the front? That's the Timberwolves. I'm just ripping right through these packs. This one's Olajuwon. It's looking all right. It's a little OC left to right there. But that's cool. Hakeem Olajuwon All-Star card. Cliff Robinson. Pretty sure that's his rookie. And Dennis Rodman, off-centered. Really haven't seen a well-centered card yet. I think that Clyde Drexler All-Star was probably the best one. Again, I keep forgetting to look who's on the front of the pack. James Worthy. Isaiah Thomas. John Stockton. So we got them earlier, I'm pretty sure. Say there's our first checklist. Actually starts at card number 1. Only 1 to 100. Yeah, I was curious how many cards are in this set. I said I don't think it's a very big set. Kind of like the Skybox. Skybox did have Series 1 and 2, but Series 1, not too many cards. No inserts, no subsets, so a lot of duplication. Just because it was a smaller set. I was hoping that Bulls was Jordan there at the back. Speaking of, let's see. This is Houston Rockets, so that could be Olajuwon. Otis Thorpe. Got Dominique Wilkins. Just kind of looking like this box is just gonna remain off-centered on all these cards. It's a real bummer. Yeah, I'd hate to be the one. Oh, I didn't look again. It's Theodore Edwards. I hate to be the one who paid, you know, $100 or more for one of these boxes, and you know, they just all turn out horribly off-centered. There's the Nick Anderson, Mookie Blaylock rookie cards. Still looking for, we're halfway through, still looking for that Michael Jordan. I forgot to look. That's Milwaukee Bucks. Still looking for the Michael Jordan All-Star card. There's Karl Malone. Kind of hoping at this point that the second box will be our saving grace and we'll get some really well-centered cards. So Mitch Richmond. Oh, who is this? Lakers. Looks like Byron Scott, maybe? Yeah, Byron Scott. Oh, cool. And this, sweet. That's actually very well centered. Boy, did we get lucky all of a sudden. That's really cool. That is going to save this box. A very nicely centered Jordan card. Nice sharp corners. Yeah, that's looking good. That could be a 10, at least a 9. Probably a 9, but possibly maybe a 10. So that's cool. That was that's funny. That was the second card in the pack. The last time we pulled him, he was the front card in the pack. Here's an All-Star card. Oh my gosh. I was just thinking, how funny would that be if in the same pack we got a Jordan All-Star, and we did. Wow. Not very well centered. You can see the stars like almost clipped off here, and you can see the rim is very close. But that's still really cool to get two Jordans, the two Jordans in the same pack. That's really cool. Very awesome. And we're going back to off-centered. So what's the deal? How did we get lucky with that Jordan? Wow, talk about a miraculous save. That is so cool. Here's another. Is that another Byron? Or am I? Wait a second. I think I mixed up the cards. I was like, whoa, is that another Byron Scott? Then where's the other Jordan? Okay, I mixed up the cards. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I was like, whoa. All right, so we're more than halfway through. I didn't check the pack again. I can't tell. We're more than halfway through, and we just had a great hit there with those two Jordans. Now it'd be cool to get that Jordan All-Star a little more centered. But let's see how many Jordans we can get in this box. Keep it coming. There's Glenn Rice. I think that's our third Steve Kerr. It's our third Magic Johnson. It's like our fourth Kevin Johnson. Another Robert Parrish. Who do we got? Hard to tell. Yeah, I can't tell there. Seems to be a little better on centering now. We got Cliff Robinson, rookie. There's Dennis Rodman, so a little bit better centering. Not great, but better than it was. Okay. All right, so we're about 2/3 of the way through the box. I once again ripped it open without seeing who was on the front. So if patterns are anything, which they seem to be in a lot of these, Larry Bird, but once again, we're really off-centered. If patterns are anything, when we see the, was it Byron Scott? Oh, there's our first Scottie Pippen, but again, off-centering is pretty bad. If we see a Byron Scott, then there could be the Michael Jordan right behind it. Now, that first pack that we opened with Jordan did not have a Jordan All-Star in it, so I think that we just got lucky with. There's a Clippers card. No idea who that is. But, like I said, if we see Byron Scott, I would expect Michael Jordan. There's Chris Mullin. Another David Robinson. This one's actually better centering, but the top to bottom is actually a little off now. All right, we're getting closer to the bottom of the box. This is an Orlando Magic on the front. It's a Sam Vincent. Another Scottie Pippen. Still pretty off-centered. Who we got here? Looks like Indiana Pacers. Another Shawn Kemp rookie. Very cool. Still off-centered, though. But this one, the border is thinner on the right. If you compare the other ones, it was on the left. So we still can't find a centered Shawn Kemp. Got 3 of them in this box, which is very cool, but jeez. All right, 5, looks like we got 5 packs left. No, we got 9 packs left. Cool, very cool. Can't make out who that might be. Got Clyde Drexler on the back. There's Nick and Mookie. They're always back-to-back. It's like 3 or 4 of them that we've picked up now. And there's Drexler, which is, gosh, one of the most off-centered cards I've seen. The top and right borders are extremely thin. All right, 8 packs left to go. Let's see, do we have a Jordan on the front? It's Rockets. Hoping for another All-Star card, preferably Jordan. There's a lot of All-Stars we haven't gotten yet. James Worthy's actually very well centered. Huh. Yeah, this pack's pretty good on centering. There's Isaiah and John Stockton. Except now the Stockton is top to bottom. The centering's off, so go figure. Man, apparently these are tough cards to get centered. There's Spurs. David. It's not Robinson because there's a W. David Wingate. Terrible set. Gosh, that's awful. Pretty soon it's just going to cut right into the photo. Another Scottie Pippen, but He is not having much luck with centering on these cards. Same with Karl Malone. And Mitch Richmond. Man, really lucked out with that Jordan. Getting it in such nice condition. I'm not sure who that is, and that's maybe Dom. No, Robert. I'm not sure who that is either. Robert Williams and James Edwards is on the front. Another Reggie Miller. Looks like we got an all-star coming up. It is another Clyde Drexler. Still a little off-centered here as well. Five packs to go in our first box. Oops. That's Detroit Pistons. Could be Dennis Rodman. I didn't look closely enough. It is Joe Dumars. Still off-centered. Barkley, off-centered. See another all-star card coming up. Who is it? It's Magic Johnson. Pretty good shape. This one, the centering's off on the right. And there's a little white speck on the printing of the card. All right, 4 packs. Let's go ahead and get those 4 packs out. And we will scoot box number 2 over. And you can see our stack, which is a lot of duplicates, our stack of stars that we've pulled out. 4 packs to go. Charlotte Hornets. No idea who that's going to be. Maybe Muggsy Bogues. It's Rex Chapman. Vlade Divac, rookie card. And we end with Patrick Ewing. Still not getting a well-centered card. 3 packs left. Not sure who that is. Clyde Drexler. Still well off-centered. Same thing with Larry Bird. So we're getting everybody, which is great. But yeah, centering. Centering was rough on this box. 2 packs left to go. I'm hoping box number 2 is just cut differently. But like I said, it is from the same case, so it should be interesting. And nobody in that pack. All right, so this is our last pack of the first box. And that is not a Chicago Bulls, so we're going to open that up. Got another Divac rookie. Another Patrick Ewing, Joe Dumars, Charles Barkley. It's great we're getting all those guys, but every one of them is the same cut, the same off-centered. All right, so box number 1 is complete. We pulled out a lot of cards. A lot of them are off-centered. 3 Sean Kemp rookies, not bad. Again, centering. But this Michael Jordan, the first one, it's not terrible. Well, actually, it did have a poke there on the side, plus the centering. But this one is pretty nice. I just really lucked out on that. And got one of the Michael Jordan All-Stars. Pretty good shape as well. off-centered, but pretty nice. And then we ended up with Magic Johnson, Clyde, Hakeem, Clyde again, and 2 David Robinsons. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you include the Michael Jordan 7 All-Stars out of a 36-pack box. So, you know, approximately 1 in 5 packs. Let's, I'm going to stick this stack aside. And I think I'll do the same for here because I'm going to compare how many in each box, how many All-Stars and other cards we get. So, Chicago Bulls, says Bill Cartwright, though. First pack. And fingers crossed that the cut is better. And, well, it's now on the left side. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Look at that. Look how horrible that is. It's completely the opposite, though. The border's so thick on the right now. Same thing for Joe Dumars and Charles Barkley. Well, I guess if I put them together, it balances out. Does that count? Send both of them in the PSA and say, oh, congrats. Together, you have a centered card. There's Isaiah Thomas. So All-Star in our first pack is exciting. It's a little off-center, but not terrible. These All-Star cards might grade a little bit better. They look better because they don't have the borders like these cards. So this Scottie Pippen's off-centered. Dang, this is going to be an interesting box if it's equally off-centered on the other direction. That is not Chicago Bulls. Pack number 2. Yeah, look at that. They've all got the thin border now on the left. Dang, that's so weird. Scottie Pippen. A second Pippen out of 2 packs. Karl Malone. A little bit of friction here causing some static. Cards were sticking a little bit there. Third pack, Phoenix Suns. And not sure who this is. No, I don't know who that was. I want to say Jay Humphries, but that clearly was not. We just got this pack. Karl Malone, again, off-centered. Mitch Richmond. Sam Vincent, terribly off-centered. Almost no white border at the top. So, something you might take note with these cards is centering issues. Chicago Bulls, but that is not Jordan. Will Purdue. Centering is an issue. Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton, Chris Mullin, on to pack number 5, I think, yeah. That's a Milwaukee Bucks. Don't know who is on the back. Yep, looks like this box is going to be centered, off-centered, the opposite. Another John Williams and another Karl Malone. What is the deal? That's 3 already out of 5 packs. Mitch Richmond once again. Gosh, this centering on these. It's just funny how it's the opposite in this box. It's like if you find a Jordan, I think I want to keep it in the wrapper. It might be better condition. Because I guess they could grade centering if you could see through it on the wrapper. I'm not sure how they grade these packs when they're unopened, but Clyde Drexler, still pretty off-centered. There's Larry Bird. But yeah, you can see it's still got that centering issue. I guess that's just going to be the case on all of these. I'm not sure who that is. Scottie Pippen on the back, though. Oh, that's Clyde Drexler who was on the front. Nice. B.J. Armstrong, once again. These the same cards. We're getting the same cards. Because there's Larry Bird. And we're getting the same off-centered. It's a lot of deja vu going on here. And there's Pippen, but gosh, the left and top borders leave a lot to be desired. Can we tell who's on this pack? No, can't tell. All right, we've only gotten the one Isaiah Thomas All-Star. So they're approximately 1 in 5 packs. So we should be getting another one soon, hopefully. Divac rookie, but God, you've heard me say it again and again. The centering is awful. Patrick Ewing, Joe Dumars, Charles Barkley. They come in threes. Every time. Here's one where the bottom is clipped and the top border is real thick. Man, that's Timberwolves, so no big deal there. All right, still looking for a Jordan, a first Jordan. I haven't got it yet in our second box. Cliff Robinson rookie. Dennis Rodman, but yeah, this cut is just awful. Man, it's so awful. I've never seen him this off-centered before. No idea who that is. It's not Chicago Bulls. So I believe if we come across a Byron Scott, there's Nick Anderson, followed by Mookie Blaylock once again. If we come across Byron Scott, that means Michael Jordan is right behind him. And can't tell who that is either. Got a bunch of Manute Bowles now, so there's Nick Anderson, Mookie Blaylock, followed by Muggsy Bogues. It's just the same pattern again and again. Like I've said in all my videos, why is it all never Michael Jordan? We get like 4 and 5 and 6 of these other cards, and it never happens with Jordan. It's just so funny how that never happens. It's got to happen to somebody. There's Tim Hardaway rookie. All right. We're a third of the way through the box. No Jordan yet. Here's a Pacers, so that's... Not sure who that's going to be. Could be Reggie Miller. Chuck Person. Gosh, how many... We did Nick Anderson and Mookie Blaylock. Again. What the hell? Why can't that happen with Jordan? That's so wild. That's Miami Heat. Glenn Rice, rookie. Magic Johnson, still no help on the centering though. We got an all-star coming up. It is another David Robinson. So the all-stars aren't too bad. I feel like their centering is much better. They must have been cut from a different sheet. They had to have been. And then they're just randomly inserted. Because I don't see any pattern in getting the all-star cards, other than we've gotten 3 Robinsons out of these 2 boxes so far. That's Portland Trailblazers. Just haven't hit any of the big cards yet in this second box. Divac rookie, Patrick Ewing, Joe Dumars, and Charles Barkley, of course. The same 3 in a row. Tell me if you've ever... Oh, another all-star. This one's Isaiah Thomas. See, again, look, the centering on that is actually pretty good. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. Please tell me if anyone's ever just hit Michael Jordan after Michael Jordan. I think I did that in the 91 Fleer. Now that I think about it, just kept hitting Jordans. But to be fair, there was a lot of subset Jordan cards. It wasn't just, you know, strictly the base card. Cliff Robinson. Got another all-star coming up. We're hitting 3 in a row here. So Rodman's really off-center. This is a Tom Chambers. Haven't gotten him yet. Not a particularly big name like the other guys. And Olajuwon. Well, we're getting close to the halfway point. No Shawn Kemp, no Michael Jordan yet. New Jersey Nets. Mitch Richmond. And nobody in that pack. Houston Rockets. So at the moment, this is turning out to be a pretty frustrating box between condition and just quality control. The repetition here. Okay, finally Shawn Kemp, but this is like ridiculously awful centering. It's the worst we've gotten yet. I don't even know why I'm sleeving it up, but that's terrible. That is bad. I'll stick it in the front here. It needs to go in the back, honestly, but just to separate what we got from box 1 and 2. So at least we got Shawn Kemp, but man, it's not pretty to look at. Pretty much the only card in that pack. Golden State Warriors. Tim Hardaway rookie. So yeah, we are halfway through this box. And Vlade Divac. Feel the wax residue on the back of some of these cards. So, you know, like box number 1, we're getting a pretty thick stack here, but I think half of them are the same players, and 99% of them are just way off-centered. Another Hardaway rookie. So it's kind of like when I see that, I'm pretty sure there's not going to be a Michael Jordan, because we've got him before, like in the last pack. And it's just the same players that follow. This is Can't tell, but I'm pretty sure that's not Jordan. There's Byron Scott. So Jordan's coming up, right? Yes. So we can figure it out. But yeah, off-centered big time. At least in the last box, we got lucky with that one. It's funny though. You can predict it. Byron Scott means Michael Jordan's right behind. Now let's see if we get some repetition. That'll be nice. Get some more Byron Scotts. Get some more Michael Jordans. Hakeem Olajuwon. I just wish the centering was better, but is what it is. Well, there it is. We're getting that repetition. Byron Scott. So another Jordan. We're hitting it. We're hitting it. That's cool, but off-centered. They're all off-centered. So that's not going to do us a whole lot of good. I mean, I'll take them. I'll take them, but, you know, until we get one that's... We got one in that last box that was pretty well centered, and that was just like... Just pure dumb luck to even get that. And there's Hakeem Olajuwon. So this is funny. You know, earlier I said, has anyone hit the Michael Jordan repetition? We just got two here, so it's a Pacers card. Reggie Miller. Moses Malone. This is, I can't tell. I'm almost looking for like the basket, you know, to see if it might be Michael Jordan, but you can tell it's not. Got Karl Malone in the back of the pack. But yeah, every one of these, just the same awful centering. It's so consistent. Scottie Pippen. And Karl Malone. Okay, we are down to, it looks like 12 packs. So 2/3 of the way through the box. I don't know what that is, but that's not Jordan. Chris Mullin. David Robinson, still off-centered. We did get a Robinson. What was that in the first box? I can't remember now. That was not perfectly centered, but a better looking one. That's not Jordan. Oh, nobody in that pack. Still need a couple more All-Star cards. I'd like to get another Jordan All-Star. And this is not the Bulls, so not Jordan. Chris Mullin. Centering is still the same. David Robinson. So when we see Chris Mullin, we're going to get David Robinson. 9 packs left to go. That is not the Bulls. Dana Barros, I think in front of him was Mookie Blaylock and Nick Anderson. I remember it now. It's that predictable. Clyde Drexler. Still looking for a Jordan All-Star. 8 packs to go. Chicago Bulls. This is Stacey King. Let's see, Rodman. Oh, terrible centering. Here's an All-Star card coming up. James Worthy. I thought I saw an All-Star card. I guess I'm wrong. I thought I saw an All-Star card. Isaiah Thomas and John Stockton. All right, 7 packs left. That's the Pacers, whoever that is. There is an All-Star in this one. Hopefully it's Jordan. Let's see, who's it going to be? Not Jordan. Tom Chambers again. Ugh. James Worthy. And we get the same. Isaiah Thomas, John Stockton. They're always back-to-back. 6 packs left to go. Detroit Pistons. See, I think a pack that's like this would not grade too well. An open pack with Jordan might still be nice, but oh, another All-Star. Who are we gonna get? What's that first letter? It's a J. John Stockton. Well, that's fine. We haven't gotten him yet, but I swear these All-Stars are better centered. Robert Parrish, Dominique, and I thought that was Sean Kemp for a second, which, you know, that's actually one of the better centered cards of the box, which is really sad because it's not by any means great, but compared to what I've seen, it's not too shabby. This is Rockets. We'll see if that's Hakeem Olajuwon. Doubtful. Anthony Bowie. Another All-Star. Who's it going to be? That's Karl Malone. That's cool. We got Stockton and Malone. And again, these were just cut from a different sheet. They had to have been cut by a different person. Manute Bol. So that's Nick Anderson and Mookie Blaylock. Which means if the pack kept going, we would have hit Dana Barros. It's that predictable. Alrighty, let's get out our final 4 packs. It's been bittersweet. Charlotte Hornets. We just pulled out a bunch of All-Stars, so that may have been our last hope at getting a Jordan All-Star. Dave Robinson, but oh, that centering is just awful. Got so many Robinsons between these boxes. Okay, Byron Scott, but I mean, I'll take it, but it's off-centered. The Jordan's off-centered. Again, this one's pretty bad. 3 Jordans in the box, you know, you love that. But dang, it just stinks that they're so off-centered in this box. Even worse than the first box. I hate to say that. Because we were hoping, you know. We were hoping. Clyde Drexler. Larry Bird. 2 more packs. Could we get a Jordan All-Star? Timberwolves. Charles Barkley at the back of the pack. You can, nope, there's not an All-Star. I see the blue border there, and I think it's an All-Star, but it's actually part of the cards themselves. Vlade Divac, Patrick Ewing, Joe Dumars, and Charles Barkley. Well, we got our last pack in Golden State Warriors, so no Jordan there. I don't think this pack has any All-Stars. We start with a Mitch Richmond. And it looks like it's a pretty dud pack. And that's how we're going to end this. Seems fitting. All right, so it's it's pretty even between the 2 boxes in terms of how many cards we pull. I mean, that's a giant stack from box number 2. And then of course pull back our stack from box number 1. So pretty even there. In box number 2, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 All-Stars. So 7 per box. It's nice and even. Only 1 Shawn Kemp in this box. That centering is pretty awful. 3 Michael Jordans. Normally that would be incredible. But not one of them would grade even a 9 with that centering. So this is we got 5 Jordans total. This one is probably grade worthy. Fortunately, we got real lucky. And then we got one of the All-Stars, which, yeah, it's OC. The star there is clipped a little bit, so not perfect, but could be worse. Could have been a lot better, too. All right, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. A little bittersweet. Nice cards. Got plenty of Jordans, Shawn Kemps, Fleer All-Star inserts, but the centering, it's not even like it's slightly off-centered. Some of these are just awful centering. So keep that in mind when you buy these. And like I said, the prices keep going up, so you may just want to keep an eye out if you're looking for Jordan and nothing else. You may just keep an eye out just for buying singles, well-centered singles. But I've seen a 10, in these Jordan base cards go for well over $100, and now I know why. So, if we get that one, I stuck it in the back here. This one, if we get it as a 10, that'll pay back for these 2 boxes I got. But that's about it, and that had to be a perfect 10, which I doubt. I'm guessing it's probably more of a 9. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed it, guys. It's educational, if nothing else. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.